Let's be real. Selling t-shirts online can feel like a total lottery. But what if it wasn't? What if you could actually crack the code? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to use an AI-powered deep dive into the top 100 best-selling t-shirts on Etsy to find out what really works and build a blueprint for success that's backed by actual data. All right, let's get into it.
So here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll set the stage with the big puzzle every seller faces. Then, we'll look at the super cool AI investigation that was used to solve it. After that, we're going to get inside the head of the typical Etsy shopper, dissect exactly what makes a best-selling design tick, and finally, I'm going to give you 10, count them, 10 practical design blueprints you can start using today.
All right, first things first, let's talk about the challenge. Etsy is this amazing, huge, creative place, but man, is it competitive. It's a jungle out there.
And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? When you're swimming in this massive sea of creativity with millions and millions of options, how do you make something that actually stands out? Not just something that looks cool, but something that makes a person stop scrolling, connect with it, and actually pull out their wallet.
So, to figure that out, the source material took a really fascinating approach. Instead of just guessing, it used data and artificial intelligence to hunt for the hidden patterns that we humans might just miss. The process was actually pretty simple but super smart. First, a research tool was used to pull the top 100 best-selling shirts, both all-time and current. Then, and this is key, that list was cleaned up by hand. All the copyrighted stuff, the personalized items, anything that wasn't a replicable design got tossed out. And finally, those 100 pure designs were fed right into ChatGPT.
And the mission was crystal clear. Tell the AI to be a master detective. Find the common threads. Figure out the unspoken rules in the topics, the styles, the colors, even the fonts that tie all these winning designs together. So what did it find?
Okay, so the very first thing the AI pointed out, and this is probably the most important part of this whole thing, it wasn't about fonts or colors, it was about the person buying the shirt. You have to know who you're selling to.
So who is this person? Well, they're typically between 30 and 55, and the audience is overwhelmingly female. But here's the real twist. A lot of the time, she's buying for the men in her life, her partner, her dad, her grandpa. So think about that. Your manly dad joke shirt still has to get a nod of approval from a woman, and the reason she's buying is simple. It's either for self-expression or to find that perfect, thoughtful gift.
And this is what makes Etsy so different from, say, a big department store. The Etsy buyer is not looking for high fashion. They are hunting for a laugh. They want something that feels relatable, not super polished. They care way more about personality than what's trendy right now. They want that slightly handmade vibe, something that feels emotionally specific, like it was made just for them.
All right, so we've got the who and the why. Now let's get into the what. Let's break down the actual design ingredients that the AI found in all those top-selling shirts.
The AI basically broke the winning topics down into two tiers. Tier 1, these are the absolute heavyweights. We're talking humor that's tied to someone's identity and anything and everything about family roles. Mom, dad, grandma, you name it. Then you've got Tier 2, which are still super powerful niches. Things like animals acting like people, designs that express some mild values, and a big dose of nostalgia.
And this slide, wow, it just lays it all out perfectly. On the left, you've got what sells. Designs that are led by the text, simple and flat illustrations with a vintage feel, and an overall witty or cozy vibe. And on the right, that's what's missing from the bestseller list. Overly complicated graphics, hyper-realistic AI art, and just busy maximalist designs. They just don't sell as well.
Now, when it comes to color, the pattern is so clear. For the t-shirts themselves, muted tones are king. We're talking olive green, heather gray, washed out black, dusty blue. Bright, loud colors are a rare sight. And the same thing goes for the ink. Off-white and cream are huge. Faded black, muted orange, soft reds, you get the picture.
And the exact same story applies to fonts. The winners are almost always bold and super easy to read. Think big, beefy sans serifs or cool, retro slab fonts. A little bit of handwritten script can work for an accent, but you gotta use it sparingly. What you just don't see are thin, wispy fonts, elegant, flowery scripts, or really edgy, modern typography.
So, if you remember just one thing about design from this entire explainer, make it this. Etsy rewards clarity over cleverness. Every single time.
The design has to be readable from 6 feet away. Someone scrolling on their phone needs to get it in half a second. If they have to squint or zoom in or think about it, you've already lost the sale.
Okay, enough theory. Let's get practical. Let's turn all this data into actual, actionable ideas. The AI didn't just analyze what worked, it helped generate 10 repeatable design blueprints based on those winning patterns.
First up, the Role Plus Attitude Blueprint. Don't just put mom on a shirt. Ask yourself, what's a funny, relatable struggle? Tired as a mother is a perfect example. Next, the classic, this is what an awesome blank looks like. It's a classic for a reason. And then, number 3, the birth year design. Think of it like a vintage concert tee for the year someone was born. Make it feel special, like a limited edition.
Moving on, we've got the animal with a human personality. This one is a goldmine. A cat reading a book, a frog doing yoga. What's an unexpected combo that'll make someone laugh? Then there's the self-deprecating life statement. Think about the funny truths of being an adult. I have it all together. I just forgot where I put it. And of course, the relationship flex. The classic hubby and wifey shirts, but done with a cool modern font so it doesn't feel cheesy.
And to bring it home, number 7, the retro stripe vintage wordmark. Think of a nostalgic place or a feeling and pair it with that timeless 70s style. 8 is mild values. Simple, positive messages like be kind or support your local planet. 9, the dad skill. This is all about celebrating classic dad hobbies, grilling, fishing, fixing things. And finally, number 10, the cozy illustrated scene. A simple, sweet drawing of a stack of books, some flowers, or a cup of coffee that just makes you feel warm and fuzzy.
You know, this all boils down to one powerful idea. People on Etsy aren't really buying a t-shirt, they're not buying a design, they're buying a laugh, they're buying a feeling. They're buying that little spark of recognition, that sense of being understood. Or they're just buying an easy, perfect gift decision that makes them feel great. So I'll leave you with this question. As you sit down to create your next design, don't just ask, what should this look like? Ask yourself, what feeling am I selling today? Because that is the real secret to cracking the Etsy code.